Good day, viewers. I have some questions here for biology. Can we answer them? So let's go. Question 1 says, Elena was walking along a road when she saw an object under a tree. When the learner touched the object, it rolled over and divided into two. Which characteristics of living organisms did the object show? So when the learner touched the object, it rolled over. That means it sensed, like it felt something, so it had to roll over. That is sensitivity, right? And from there, it rolled over and divided. To roll over is to move, isn't it? It's movement. Understand that? Then it further did what? Divided into two. To divide is just reproduction, like cell division. So it showed movement, reproduction, and sensitivity. So where there's reproduction, movement, and sensitivity, that is our answer, which is answer what? Answer D. Question 2. Which of the following correctly lists the path followed by a light beam from the mirror to a viewer of the specimen under a microscope? So as you are viewing your specimen under a microscope, how does light move? All right, light we always move from the specimen first. Okay, from the specimen. Remember, you have something like this where you put your eye, right? Then it comes like that. This is a stage, you understand, right? Then something like that. So this is the stage where you put your specimen. So light will come like that. When light hits here, this is where the specimen is. Then it will move until it reaches your eye like that. So it will first hit the specimen, then the objective lens. The objective lens is the lens which is here, which captures every detail of the specimen here. Then to the barrel, this is a barrel, then to your eyepiece. That's the answer there. Question 3 says, the diagram shows a section through a leaf. Which structure is an organism, and which one is a tissue? I'm saying which one is an organ, and which one is a tissue. We know that organs are made up of tissues, and tissues are made up of what? Of cells. So when we look at S, is S a tissue? No, S is not a tissue. Where is R? R, they are cells, but at the same time they are tissues. Then we have Q. Q, they are cells. These are gut cells. P, the O of P is an organ. The O of P is what? Is an organ. Then this is a cuticle layer. Then this is a tissue because it's made up of what? Of cells. This is a tissue, it's made up of what? Cells. P, the whole leaf now is what? Is an organ, which gives our answer what? A there. Question 4 says, the table below shows conditions in 4 test tubes containing equal quantities of starch and saliva and amylase. So we have test tube 1, 2, 3, the pH is there and the temperature are there. In which test tube would the starch be broken down first? Remember, here they're talking about enzymes. Saliva and amylase is an enzyme. Now, for enzymes to work best, they need to have an optimum temperature of about 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. The pH should be acidic, or it can be basic based on the substrate available. But this is starch. Starch, mainly, the pH should be, I would say neutral. I wouldn't say acidic, or I wouldn't say basic at the same time. No. So salivary amylase, it works best in an alkaline medium. That's the fact. I understand, right? It works best in an alkaline medium. And here, these two, they are not giving us an alkaline medium. They are giving us what? An acidic medium. So we can get something which is closer to 7. So 7 is at least. But look at the temperature where there is 7. Here there's 27. Here there's 37. 37 is at least closer to the optimum temperature. So I would go for 7 and 37, which is D. Question 5 says, the table below shows some of the nutrients in 4 meals. Which meal will be the most likely to stimulate peristalsis along the alimentary canal? First, you have to understand what peristalsis is. Peristalsis is the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of circular and longitudinal muscles as the bolus is moving down the alimentary canal. So, what constitutes peristalsis? What makes peristalsis to work at a faster rate is actually the presence of roughage. So the more roughage is there, actually, the more peristalsis. So when we look at question 5, just go where there's more roughage here. Don't even hesitate. So the answer is C here. 6 says, which of the following deficiency diseases result from consuming food that lack iodine? Now, if you are eating food which lack iodine, which disease are you likely to suffer from? You suffer from a disease called goiter. That's why sometimes they advise you to eat iodated salt, because if you don't eat iodated salt, you are going to suffer from goiter, that thing which grows on your neck like. Question 7 says, which macronutrient, macro is something which is big, stimulates the growth of flowers and fruits in plants? So which nutrients is responsible for the growth of flowers and fruits in a plant? That is potassium. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you join us for online classes. Will be available to help you. Speak as the tutor. I'll see you next time.